Why do you want a computer? Well, first of all, you gotta have a computer. I mean, it's like, seriously, these days, everything is done. The more I do things, you know, it doesn't even matter if it's financial or if it's paperwork or whatever. They'll always say, well, I'm sending it to you in an attachment in your, email or whatever. You've got to have a computer for that. But why do you want to upgrade? First of all, because if you have a computer that has Windows 10 or less, like it's older, that's not going to be around come October of this year. This has Windows 11. So just by upgrading to this computer, you're going to get Windows 11, and that means a lot. There's a lot of other things that it comes with too, but let me just quickly say, this is the lowest price on a 17-inch laptop, TSV, today's special value, we've ever offered. The price tag, less than $400. It's touchscreen. It's 17 inches. It's $400. That's amazing. Free shipping and handling, saving you another $13.72, and it's on 5 easy payments of $80 a month. Think about that. We have silver. We've got 3 great colors for you. You're going to get software that you really will like too. We have silver. We also have moonlight blue right here. And we also have that beautiful lavender that a lot of people like too. Alex Abrahantes is joining me. And let's talk about this. First of all, I know we've got a video that shows the features. Run us through that. Alex,
of course.
Welcome.
It's great to see you.
Great to see you too.
Absolutely, Mary Beth. So this computer, I like to say, is the perfect computer for the majority of you out there. It's got a stunning 17-inch touchscreen display, 4 gigs of RAM for multitasking, 128 gigabytes of solid-state like drive storage. You're going to be able to multitask and do all of the everyday things that you do thanks to that Intel quad-core processor. It's the N200. You also have Windows 11 built in with S mode, so it keeps you safe and secure. Copilot is your automatic AI assistant. It's going to change the way that you do pretty much everything on your computer. It's revolutionizing people's lives. Microsoft 365 is included. So
Unbelievable for this price.
I know, it's so crazy, right? You have HP SmartFriend as well for an entire year for this price. So tech support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Right.
This computer is absolutely going to floor you once you get it home. You're going to have so much fun doing so many different things.
I want to talk about that Windows thing that I was talking about.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
This
so
has
important.
Windows 11. Windows 10 is in like millions of computers out there around the country.
900
and what's
million
going to
people.
happen?
Well, 900 million people are actually at risk of this happening to them. They're going to lose security features. They're going to lose support from Microsoft because in October, Windows 10 support goes away. That means that your computer programs might not run the way that they normally did. That means that you might be susceptible to viruses. That means that your computer's performance might begin to decline. That's why it's so important for you to upgrade to Windows 11.
Yeah.
It's the easiest operating system to use, in my opinion. You've got great new features that are constantly being rolled out, like Copilot. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
It's constantly keeping you safe and secure, and it's like your computer keeps getting better and better with free updates. So it's so important that you begin to do that transition. If you have Windows 10 or anything before, you want to make sure that you're covered, that you're safe, that everything works the way that it should, and that's why right now is the perfect time to upgrade to a Windows 11 computer.
And a lot of people don't have touchscreen, which is awesome because this has touchscreen even for less than $400. Keep in mind, why is that important? Because you don't have to be doing the mouse all the time. You don't have to always be using the touchpad. You're using your fingers right on your screen. Give us a tour of this, if you will, and then I'm going to go back to colors.
Sure thing. So the very first thing that you're going to notice is this amazing 17-inch display with the narrow bezels. It's our most popular screen size here at QVC for a good reason, because you're able to see everything so clean, so crisp. Look at that. It's like looking into a window, right?
Yeah.
So that's your 17-inch display. Right here, you get great stereo sounds. You get speakers right here, forward facing. You've got a full numeric keypad here, and I love the contrast of the dark and the silver keyboard here. That's fantastic. You've got your HP trackpad here with multi-gesture support, so you can actually replicate the same type of touchscreen experience, but on the trackpad itself, which is really great. So normally, I would just pinch and zoom here. I can also do that right here on the image pad. Let me show you the ports because we've got them that keep you connected. Right over here, we've got your super speed USB port. That's actually 10 times faster than your standard USB. You've got the HDMI out. This allows you to connect this to another monitor or display. You've got what I love to call the port of the future. That's that USB-C port. All the new electronics are coming out with this port. You can plug that in and connect so many different devices. You've got your headphone and microphone jack there. This computer does have Bluetooth, so if you want to go with Bluetooth headphones or even a mouse, you can do that wirelessly, no problem. Right over here, you have your power input. This allows you to charge this computer 50% in just 45 minutes, and you get exceptional battery life of up to 10 hours. Then you've got another super speed USB port right there. So you've got them on both sides, which is great. And then last, but certainly not least, right up here, we've got our HP TrueVision high definition web camera. Now, why this is so important is because not only, of course, can you Skype and Zoom and takes your Teams meetings and, you know, do virtual events and all that good stuff, but you've got a little privacy switch right here. So right now you can see the web camera is active. When I flip it, you can see it completely deactivates the web camera. So that's real true peace of mind right there.
It sure is. Hey, by the way, here's the colors to choose from. We have Moonlight Blue right over here. If you like the blue, they're all gonna have the silver interior. So it's just a matter of, do you want the Moonlight Blue? Do you want the lavender, or do you want the silver? And the thing that I want you to understand is that these, again, less than $400. I mean, you could get this home for $80 a month on 5 monthly payments. We take every major credit card that's out there. But I want to go back to why upgrade to this one? Because I got to tell you, I think some people are going to look at this price and go, oh, there's no way that it's that good.
Well, let me tell you, it certainly is. And I want to give you a perfect example of why it's the time to upgrade. So this computer here is from about 2019. And back in the day, we thought this was cutting edge.
That's not
it was
that
great.
long ago.
It doesn't feel that way.
5 years ago.
It was 6 years almost now, right? So here's the thing. This computer has Windows 10, which we all know is going to lose support as we talked about, but take a look at how thick the bezels are around the screen. It's like almost like having a frame. It also weighs probably 7 or 8 pounds, and it has to be connected via a power supply cord because it doesn't hold a charge anymore.
Oh, interesting. Plus, real quickly, this, when you were talking about how much it weighs, this is actually less than 5 pounds.
It is indeed. So you can take this with you everywhere. And look at them. Look, they're both 17-inch displays, but this one here, actually, let me show you something which is really cool. So I'm going to play a 4K video here so you can see how crisp and clear it is, and also just how wonderful it is to experience the narrow bezels on our today's special value. And then we're going to, well, attempt to play the same video over here. So you see right here, I love to say it's like you're looking into a window because the narrow bezels make it just so immersive. So that is really a crisp and clear screen. So I'm going to now attempt to play the same kind of video over here. Here we go.
But this is Windows 10.
This is Windows 10.
And this is Windows 11.
And this is, as I mentioned, about 6 years old. So believe it or not, it's actually playing. But the reason why you can't see an image, you can see the status bar down there. The reason why you can't see an image on that particular computer is because it cannot handle 4K like this can.
Oh, wow.
So this can handle 4K. And why is that important? Because our smartphones are all filming in 4K. Our favorite shows that we're streaming on Netflix, on Hulu, on all our Prime, on all our streaming platforms, they're all 4K now. So you want to make sure that you're purchasing a computer that can handle that.
Yeah, and that's all because of Windows 11, that it can handle it. You know, it's not like they end up, I want to say, taking it out of, what I would say, they don't make these obsolete all that often. I mean, this has been a long time since I've heard you say, hey, you really need to upgrade.
Right.
And so I think that's important, and especially at this price tag. I mean, when you're talking $80 a month, a lot of you have subscriptions to streaming things that are more than that.
Exactly right. And what I love about Windows 11, which is the operating system that's built in, we talked about it constantly evolving, constantly giving you new features and benefits. You can do things like snap apps on the screen, which allows you to break the screen up to 4 different ways and run apps so you can do more at the same time. You can also video chat thanks to the Teams button. You can use Skype, you can use Zoom, you can use pretty much any type of video conferencing program that you want that's in the Microsoft Store. You also have access to widgets, which are these little bite-sized apps of the things that matter the most to you. So you can customize this computer however you want, and you can interact with the computer however you want, whether you want to use the HP image pad, the touchscreen, or even your voice, because there are accessibility features built in. And with a screen this large, wouldn't it be great to be able to stream games? Well, you can thanks to Game Pass. So now you can play Xbox and PC titles. You can also download pretty much anything you could think of in the Microsoft Store. There's millions of applications, books, music, programs. There's pretty much everything you can think of in there.
And it's a touch screen, and it's Windows 11, and a 10-hour battery. But here's what I want you to show everybody. And this is that Copilot.
Oh, yeah.
It's really taking that artificial intelligence that a lot of times you wonder, well, I don't know about that. But the things that it can do can make your life so much easier. It really can.
It sure can. So, Copilot is your artificial intelligence that's built inside of your computer. You can access it right down here, and look, it even knows who I am. Isn't that nice? So one of the wonderful things that I like to do is I travel weekly with wrestling. As a matter of fact, I'm going to Atlanta tomorrow.
Oh,
so
nice.
Why don't I say, give me 5 fun things, oops, let me see, things to do in Atlanta tomorrow. Let's take it a step further. Revolving around food. And even if I misspelled it, it's fine, because Copilot is so smart, it's going to know what I meant. Look at how fast this gives me the information. Imagine, Mary Beth, if you just went to a web browser and typed that in. You get all these links, all these advertisements, right? With Copilot, look, it gives me specific information. Atlanta Breakfast Club, what is this? That sounds wonderful.
I know it.
Hearty
and
breakfast?
Also almost in a Reader's Digest kind of version.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And look, I even have links here where I can discover more. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. With Copilot, you can ask it for advice. Maybe you need some help deciding between 2 things. You can say, hey, Copilot, help me decide whether I should go on vacation to Florida or Texas or wherever. You can ask it pretty much anything that you want. You can also have it control your computer. So if you want, you can say, you know, play some music to help me focus. It'll do that. Or maybe you have a lot of windows open on your screen. You could say, hey, help me organize my windows, and it will help you do that. And by the way, if all of this sounds great and you're like, oh, there's just so much, you can always call SmartFriend, which is the tech support that's available 24 hours a day. These are technicians that we have trained. They'll be able to answer all your questions for you. So between Copilot and SmartFriend, oh my goodness.
And it includes Microsoft 365, which we'll talk about in a second. I want to ask a question. A lot of people wonder, if I upgrade to a new computer, how am I going to move my photos, my videos, my files from my old computer into this computer?
So there's 2 quick things I want to tell you about. One, of course, you can call SmartFriend. They'll walk you through the process. It could not be any easier. They're there for you 24 hours a day. The second thing is, because you're getting that Microsoft 365, you're getting a terabyte of storage in the cloud. So you're going to get 128 gigabytes of the internal storage, but with this amazing software package that's included with Microsoft 365, you can basically drag and drop all of your files into OneDrive and then have it accessible on any other connected device.
Yeah, and OneDrive, basically you're going to just give it an ID and a password kind of thing, and so you can get to it real easily.
Yeah,
and when it's
right here.
Microsoft 365, For people who haven't had that, why is that so important?
Oh, this is incredible. So Microsoft 365 includes...
I recommend it highly.
Oh, absolutely, all the time. And you're getting it included, which is just so incredible. So you get Word for creating documents, PowerPoint for presentations, Excel for spreadsheets and keeping track of your expenses. How important is that since it's tax time? OneNote, a note-taking application, Outlook for your calendar and email. OneDrive is that terabyte of storage. You get 60 minutes each and every month where you can call landlines and cell phones with Skype. And you even get a video editing program called Clipchamp.
Which is interesting. Now, so let's go back and just quick do a recap. The fact is, first of all, it's the lowest price 17-inch TSV laptop we've ever been able to bring you and ever offer.